Hello everyone, another day, another video. This one we're going to solely focus on the Toronto Maple Leafs and what has happened this past week. We're going to go over the NHL draft, who Toronto picked, give some stats and our thoughts on these players. We're also going to go over the signings so far in free agency and of course the trades that have happened through the Toronto Maple Leafs so far as of the making of this video. Sit back, relax, hope you enjoy. Let's get right into it. Let's start off, or I'll start off here with the draft. So 2020 Toronto Maple Leafs draft picks. They have the number 15, which they got from the Pittsburgh Penguins for Kapanen. They also got Hollander as well in that trade. He comes to Toronto. But at 15, I know people thought Toronto should have went with Gooley. However, defense, it's not a need as in right now for their prospect bin. They need defense as in they need to sign defense, which of course, as we'll get to, Toronto has already done that. So who did they go with? They went with Rodion Amirov from the KHL. He played in the MHL last year as well. He had 22 points in 17 games in the MHL. As I heard from a couple podcasts, there was only 4 players on his MHL team that had over a point per game, and he was one of them. In the KHL, he only had 2 points in 21 games. However, so far this year, in 10 games, he has 5 points. He's looking good. He's around 6 feet, a little bit over 6 feet tall, lighter in weight, but obviously he's only 18, just turned 19, so he just turned 19. Good pickup here, good pick. He went right around where, as expected. I like the selection by Toronto. Then at number 44, basically what happened was Toronto traded picks to the Ottawa Senators. So they traded their number 44 pick to Ottawa for number 59 and 64. And in this, with the 59th pick, they took Ronnie Hirvonen. He played for Assat in the La Liga. And he did well, 16 points in 52 games, playing against men. He's a centerman, smaller guy, but it fits with what Dubas likes, which is small, quick players. Then at number 64, they went with a defenseman. He also played in Liga for Karpat. Topi Naimala, can't really pronounce it. Anyway, again, maybe not the biggest guy, but a good little pickup by the Leafs at 64. Then at number, what did they get? 106. They went to the MHL, they went back to Russia, and they picked up a goalie, Artur Aktayamov. In 46 games played in the MHL, he had a 1.8 goals against average and 931 save percentage. Obviously, it's a work in progress, but it's a good pick for at 106, in this round. Good selection. Then at 122, from the Q St. John Sea Dogs, they took William Villeneuve. I don't know. He's a smaller guy, but he was almost a point per game in the Q, playing defense, 9 goals, 49 assists, pass first type of player. He can get you your exits. Speedy, smaller guy again. However, puck moving defenseman, exactly what Toronto needs. They also picked at 137, 168, 177, 180, 189, 195, 213, etc. Overall, from looking at this, I'm quite impressed with what the Leafs did here. I like their first round pick. I like their second round pick. I like their third round pick. Getting the goalie was really smart as well. And I think grabbing the defenseman Villeneuve, him dropping to there, it was really good. Overall, like Villeneuve, I think he's over 6 feet. But he plays a smaller, quicker game. I really liked it. So I think, what is he, 6'1", 175. It's not the biggest weight in the world, but good little pickup right there. I'm excited about this draft. I think Toronto did really well. Obviously, they're all work in progress. They are prospects. They are 3 to 5 years away. But that's exactly what they need because Toronto's stacked right now. And especially with some signings, they've done really well. So these players who will be in their system and developing and progressing will be able to step in during the time when you have like Matthews and all these other deals coming up, and there'll be more of the veterans on the team. You can bring these rookies in and help out with the cap a bit there. So overall, well done, Toronto, 2020 NHL Draft. Okay, so let's just jump right over to free agent signings by the Maple Leafs. We can start really back all the way in January when Toronto re-signs Martin Marincin for 1 year, $700,000. Again, he's just going to be that bubble player who's there. Do I like Marty Marincin? I heard he's a really good team guy. Playing, not so much. But, you know, at $700,000, and if he's just going to be a press box guy who needs to come in at times through injuries, etc., I'm all good with. Pierre Engvall signed in February. He was an RFA, 2 years, total $2.5 million, so $1.25 million cap hit. At the time, you might think it's a little much, but during the bubble play, he was really, really good. And he took center, he drove play, and he's just like he just gallops on the ice. He's such a long stride. I really like Pierre Engvall, and I thought that was a really good deal. They signed Muzzin. He was February as well. 4 years, $5.65 million cap hit for those 4 years. The way Jake Muzzin plays, it needed to happen. Toronto needed to re-sign him. He's an absolute beast. Loved it. Adam Brooks signed 2 years, $725,000. That's cool. He was an RFA. He's probably going to be still down in the AHL. Then the recent ones, Dennis Malgin, who if some of you probably forgot he was even on the team, signed a 1 year, $700,000. He could get into the fourth line. He could also be a bubble player. He can also get sent down to the AHL. Jason Spezza, he signed 1 year, $700,000. Man, the guy probably could have got more money somewhere else, but I'm so glad he stayed with the Leafs. He might give you anywhere between 50 and 65 games this year. He can play the wing. He can play center. He can help out and quarterback the second power play with, you know, another defender or like Brody or something like that. But Jason Spezza, he was great. I'm glad he's back. Then October 9th, free agency day, Wayne Simmons signs 1 year, $1.5 million. He definitely left money on the table. He definitely left years on the table with other teams, but he wanted to come home. He's Scarborough native. He is going to fit right in with the Leafs, exactly what they need. They wanted that net front presence. They wanted to be tougher to play against. They wanted some crashing, banging, guy who can pot some goals if need be. Toronto is so highly skilled up front. Getting Wayne Simmons in there, you can see like a Zach Hyman style out of him. He's just going to be like a dog on his food, and that puck is there, and he's just going to be just slamming the puck in. He's basically going to be the Zach Hyman of another line. That's all I see of it as, and I'm really excited for Wayne Simmons. Then, obviously, the Leafs swung and missed on Pietrangelo. Dubas said they weren't even really close, but he wasn't their main target. TJ Brody was their main target. They tried to get him last year. They tried to send Nazem Kadri to Calgary for Brody. Didn't work out. Nazem Kadri did not want to go there. So instead, they got Barry. Let go of Barry. Barry left this year. He's gone to Edmonton. But they ended up signing TJ Brody. So they got their man plus Alex Kerfoot in the deal. That's how I see it. 4 years, $5 million cap hit per year. You played with Mark Giordano, so he can play the right side. Played with Mark Giordano. He was phenomenal. He had good stats. He can exit the puck, and Morgan Riley finally has his D partner. No, it is not a right-hand D, but if you think about it, Ron Hainsey wasn't a right-handed D, and that worked out pretty well. So this, I expect, if Ron Hainsey is the cutoff point, Brody and Riley are going to be absolutely phenomenal together. Finally, you have another number one defenseman to work alongside Morgan Riley. So excited about this deal. I'm so glad they got him. Then, on October 10th, Travis Boyd, he signs 1 year, $700,000. It's another guy who played fourth line minutes. He can go in and out of the lineup, and it's good. He's done all right the past few years, and it's just another low cost roster spot if need be. Get a little bit of competition there as well, and it just shores up your depth. Then they do get their right-handed defenseman, and they get Zach Bogosian, 1 year, $1 million. Not worth a lot, not worth a lot in length. They get their right-handed defenseman they need. Obviously, with Cody Ceci gone. Bogosian can step in there, another right-handed defenseman. You can play on your third pair with, I guess, Dermott. Make the most sense once the Leafs re-sign him. Hopefully they do. Yeah, so then there you go. You have Hall and Muzzin. You get Bogosian and Dermott with Sandin waiting in the wings, Liljegren waiting in the wings. It gives another year for Liljegren and Sandin to develop. So Bogosian can fit right in there, take Ceci's spot, and then obviously move him down the lineup. And then you have Brody playing with Riley. I'm liking it. D's looking all right. Bogosian's won his cup. Why not go to Toronto? Perfect. So free agency, Toronto's done really well for what they needed so far, and they haven't really overpaid anyone at all. Trade-wise, we had trades. Obviously, Kapanen went for that 15th plus Hollander, but then you get his wing partner, I guess, from the third line. Basically, the whole third line's gone from 2 years ago. So Kadri, Johnson, Kapanen, all gone. The only one remaining, I guess, is Kerfoot, who we got in the Kadri deal, because Andreas Johansson, AJ, he's gone. He goes to the New Jersey Devils for Joey Anderson, and I believe a 4th-round pick. Joey Anderson, he was almost a point per game, actually, in AHL this past year, and he had a few points in limited numbers with New Jersey. It was obviously a cap-saving deal for Toronto. They needed to make space from their signing because they were over the cap, and it was either AJ or Kerfoot going. Kerfoot still might go, you never know, but it needed to happen, and really Toronto came out of it. Joey Anderson, he does have some potential. He can go right into the AHL and continue to develop, and then injuries or whatever, they can call him up, see how he does. They got their pick, and they made cap space. New Jersey, they pick up a young veteran player. He's had his time. His cap hit's not too bad for what he's going to be able to bring for New Jersey, because he'll be playing like a top 6 role. I like it for both teams. I'm glad Toronto was able to get the trade and save some cap space there. Well done to them. Well done, Toronto. Good work. There you go. And there we have it. That's the latest updates on Leafs news. Not too bad. Some good trades, some good signings, some good draft picks. I'm satisfied with what Toronto's done so far. Can't wait to see what they do next. See you next time. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Cheers.